sunshine. It is me, the Sunny Witch, and let me tell you guys, the day that I am recording this is July, what is it, 15th, I believe, or 14th. I'll have it actually up here somewhere. And for some reason today, I just got this feeling that like some of you guys have made a decision. Something has finally completed, because I had this feeling like a rubber band like popping, and then I just kept hearing celebration bells. So I figured it's time to give you guys a reading. Let's see what's going on. As always, anything that's on this table will be down below. The only thing I will not link is the crystals, only because I do not want you guys to buy the crystals where I buy them from. I buy them from Amazon, and I'm going to be honest with you, some of the crystals have come damaged. The only reason I buy them from Amazon is because that's the only accessible place I have to me. I don't have a car, so I can't really drive and go where I need to go, especially with people who don't know that I do this stuff. So anyway, without further ado, aside that, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. These right here behind are clarification cards. The pictures of the clarification cards will be somewhere on the screen. This down here is your advice card. This right here is the overall outcome. And then we have the angels coming through to talk to you. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get into it. What I'm getting here, though, is that some of you guys, well, actually, you guys are moving forward when it comes to this transformational period that had to happen. Some of you may not be okay with the decision that had to be made, though. Or maybe you're just not okay with the overall outcome because you seem very guarded. You know, she's guarding her heart right now. She doesn't want to see. She doesn't want to think about it. She's just sitting there kind of accepting, like, that something has happened and that she's not okay with it. She's not okay. This is definitely either some type of romantic relationship or something that was supposed to be fulfilling, something that related to your heart's desire. And like I said, I'm gonna give you a second to look at the clarification cards on the screen. The clarification cards told me was basically that somebody had to walk away, and they've been putting a lot of thinking into it. Really, they realize that they are just kind of at a point where they feel maybe lost, and they just need guidance when it comes to being happy. After that, we did get the Three of Cups, and the clarification cards of the Three of Cups will also be right here on the screen for you guys. Oh, the Three of Cups is not always a bad, like a bad gossip card, if that makes sense. You see, these people are friends. They're all talking, but the cups are all up, meaning like they're not really bringing any type of bad energy. These may be, and the reason I say this is because I believe this may be a family member or maybe a close friend who's giving you advice, and they're not so giving you advice, they're just talking over you. Like, you have your concerns about it, but they're just talking for you. They're like, oh, you know, don't even think about that. Like, why are you even worried about that? Or, you know, well, it's something just do this. Or they'll tell you what they did. And, you know, that energy isn't always very bad. I mean, it makes us feel a certain way, but it's coming from a place of concern. And the reason I say this is because the Three of Cups is upright. So I definitely think this is someone who has your best interest, and they are just expressing their concerns in maybe a more controlling way. Maybe they're afraid you might change your mind or do something different. Ultimately, though, we have the Justice up next, the Page of Wands. The Justice and the Page of Wands kind of lets me know that a decision is going to be made. You're going to move forward. Maybe not with the drive right yet, but you are definitely moving towards it. Try not to worry so much about like the actual... Well, actually, hold on a second, guys. Let's talk about the King of Pentacles right here. The King of Pentacles himself. He is the king of finances. And when we talk about finances, we're talking about things on the material plane. Yes? things on this plane of existence right here. We are talking about materialistic stuff. Like, here in our world, here in this plane, we consider someone with wealth very well off, very stable, very secure, and grounded. So when we look at the King of Pentacles reverse, this tells us that you guys are probably, I mean, even despite this worry that you have about not being as secure as you believe you will be, you're gonna move forward. Try not to what's the word I'm looking for you guys? Try not to worry so much. Okay, try not to worry so much. And like I said, really what this whole bottom row right here is telling me is that you're moving forward despite feeling this type of insecurity. You're moving forward. Like, you know what you got to do. You got to move forward. But I will give you the clarification on the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is really talking like this offer, this like new thing that is being presented towards you, or whatever this is, this new that came from this transformational period. You are just worried about, is your energy going to be well spent? Is your money on it going to be well spent? As we see with the clarification cards, I'm going to show you one more time. You are worried about putting energy into something that may not blossom. But like I said, ultimately, you're going to move forward. You're going to go ahead, move on forward, and I guess deal with it. You're just going to go ahead and go forward, because I think ultimately you know that this is going to have to happen. Like, it's going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen. Happen? It's going to happen. I'm sorry. You see that? That was me tripping up. They were trying to tell me what they were saying, which was it's going to happen no matter what. You're going to move forward because you already did. Right up here. You already did. All right. Let's look at the advice cards for you guys. Let's see what is the advice that they have for you before we move to the overall outcome. All right, you got the wand, 5 of wands upright, 6 of, I think it's reversed if I'm correct, because I did shuffle them and I had to remove them because, you know, I read them beforehand. But this is ultimately the advice. 5 of cups reversed, 6 of pentacles upright. You guys need to stop worrying so much. Go ahead and move forward and try to remember, do not give too much of yourself out. For those of you, if this is a financial endeavor, something related to money, do not give out too much money, okay? You see, he or she, you know, they don't really have a gender, but this person has 6 pentacles behind them. That's their stability right there. And they're giving out 4. They're giving out 4. Do not give out too much of yourself. And that's why I don't think this is really about finances, but more so just about your own energy, your own happiness. Do not give out too much of yourself, because I mean, look, you can't always do that. You just can't. All right, like I said, the overall outcome, let's see what it is. And it's looking great. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to be turning in your favor. Dreams are coming true at this time. I really keep hearing the song Lights by Kanye sometimes. So I definitely think this whole new beginning, this whole happy moment is coming in for you. I know it is. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to the what the angels had to say for you. What did they say based on the reading? What do they want you to know? I'm going to go ahead and get into the angel advice, but before I go, I will let you guys know the last video I couldn't do a biblical quote because I just couldn't focus on the energy. This morning I am going to try to get like a focus on a quote for you guys, or a verse for you guys, or a story. But if I can't, I will let you know like I did last time at the end of the video. Lately it's been hard for me to connect to the book like I normally do, because I don't know, like I've just been I've been wanting to get my own like for a while, so, and I want to get it like a certain way, so yeah, you know. But like I said, I will try my hardest to put it in there. If not, then I will try to at least put a story in there for you guys that I can get to. But we're gonna go ahead and get into your angel. What did the angels have to say? Okay. All right, guys. This is the angel message that I have for you. We have the Two of Fire, which is you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. You have the Ace of Fire. I know you can't see it, but it says Ace of Fire, which is an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. You have the Five of Air reverse and the Five of Air upright. It talks about an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. Normally, I don't include reversals, but this one came out so very clearly, and then when I put it down, it was put down reverse. So I figured that that's just the way it was meant to be. So that's what I left it as. Next, we have the King of Water, which is open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. Then you have the Ace of Earth, which is inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. Then you have the World with Archangel Michael, which is a job well done, contentment and gratitude and joy, a path toward enlightenment. And let me tell you guys, this further confirms it. The celebration bells I was hearing in my head. You guys you've completed whatever it is, whatever lesson you were supposed to go through, whatever you were supposed to learn, you've already completed it. Next, you have the Three of Water, which is a celebration, a wedding, a graduation, or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. So, when I look at these angel advice cards, what this is telling me, the story is ultimately, again, you guys are moving forward. You have learned from whatever this decision whatever this unwise decision was. There are people now, people and things around you that are going to be there to help you, to make you feel better emotionally. You need to be open to that. And charity work, helping someone else always makes you feel better. And for those of you who are worried about money, you have an inflow of abundance coming in, a promising business venture. Money, the last couple readings I've done for you guys, it's been very clear that money seems to be the worry. But you guys don't need to worry because you have all the money you need, everything's fine. So I just wanted to put that out there. Everything's fine. For those of you worried about money, everything's fine. You even have Archangel Michael here coming to help you. You've completed a cycle. He's coming to guide you. So for those of you who work with angels, do call upon Archangel Michael to help you through this period. And because this is a celebration. This is a time to have more fun, a time to truly do what makes you happy because you have amazing things coming for you. Also, I just want to say, in my own personal reading, I got the Star. And let me tell you guys, I just keep hearing, this is the time dreams are coming true. So for those of you who are manifesting the dreams you want, the things you want, you are like, I want this. You need to go ahead and go for it because this is a time where anything can happen. Wishes are coming true. Like I said, something happened today. Some of you guys made a decision, a big decision. And whatever it was, I don't know what it was, but you passed. You did great. It's time to celebrate. Celebration bells are ringing in my ears for you. All right, sunshine, that is all I have for you guys today. Only let in love and light. Bye. All right, guys, so the biblical story that I have gotten for you guys today is Over the Walls of Jericho. This story really talks about the obedience in God, and I feel like this strongly relates to your reading because all of this kind of seemed like it was meant to happen, And it seemed like this was something that was supposed to happen a long time ago. and that you guys just weren't listening to yourself, to your higher power. So this necessarily doesn't always have to be all about Christianity, for those of you who are listening to this message, not for that. But in terms of Christianity, it's just more so you've probably been ignoring the advice that God has been giving you, or maybe you've just not been strong enough to do it. That's what I feel like it's really been about. Like, you just weren't strong enough to do it. You couldn't believe what was being presented. And there is nothing wrong with something like that happening. The important thing is that you learn from it, and you learn to pay attention for these things in the future, and to trust yourself more, because ultimately, like I said, this is about trusting yourself, believing that you have the financial, actually the feeling of security, the feeling of trust. When they marched around those walls, they trusted that everything was going to be all right. So please understand, this is a time for you guys to understand everything is going to be all right. Things are going to start turning in your favor. You just need to pay attention to what's being presented to you, and make sure you move forward with the right choices.